All right, we're recording. I can't stop it anymore. The unyielding force of the worms have come forth, and we're talking about them today, and
The
particularly the
worms are
purple
upon us.
ones.
Purple
Specifically purple.
worms.
I feel like we'll detract from the color purple in our worms very quickly. Says the man coming from a purple background.
What if you're
Yeah,
a
I do
little
remember your
piggy?
extensive Broadway history that would make you want to talk about the color purple.
You calling me bisexual? You want to fight about it?
I I didn't know you had to be bisexual to be on the color purple.
hmm It's
Okay.
a royal purple and it's a little gay.
You're the one
Are
that
you
went to
calling me
theater school. You
bisexual?
could
You
be
want to
telling
ask
me
me
anything, and I
something?
believe you at this point.
No, that was Jacob.
Sorry.
Fucking,
I'll consult XP to level 3.
Perfect.
Anyways, we are talking
oh,
about the purple worms and all sorts of little sand crawling creatures, but the purple worms
that's
are
what
the
we're doing.
D&D variants, so here we are. If you don't know
hmm
what
what do
they
you guys
look,
know about purple worms?
my wife drew painted this really pretty
Oh,
one that I like.
Oh, that's
that's awesome.
awesome.
Yeah, one of my favorite figures she ever done. This thing's beautiful. It's amazing.
It's a good paint job.
The only thing, as far as I'm aware, that like you can know about them is they're very one-note, tremor sense burrowers with no eyes who just eat biological material. They're just
And
big
Yeah.
tunnels of
Well,
consumption.
and also that they have like the most potent poison in D&D canon, which has
oh yeah.
always
Right.
fascinated me that you can get a stronger poison from them than you could an ancient dragon, which at the least in vanilla.
hmm
It's like I think the
Perfect
big
censorship there. Sorry.
because you got a you got a good point in like I would say in a vacuum the purple worm itself is kind of it's just a big monster. It eat
It literally is
and
a
it's
vacuum
It
in a
is.
yeah, it's
vacuum.
literally just it just eats. But that's the fun thing about them too, because the cool thing about them as well is that they are a big reason that the Underdark works
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I was
because
going to.
they are
Oh,
able
that's
to
true.
connect the pockets of the Underdark together and are a constant threat to anybody that has a settlement anywhere.
Yeah.
Because it's just
That-
like at any moment. Because have you guys seen Tremors?
Yes, I
Love
had to
Tremors.
get footage of
Yeah,
it for some video I was working on.
fucking really similar to the graboids.
Boulets.
They're attracted to noise and shit. So
Yeah.
picture this: you're some fucking drow town in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, or maybe you're just some like people camping in this pocket in the Underdark. And who knows, maybe you're having a fun little party, a nice little get together, you're making a bunch of fucking noise,
Of course.
and off in a far distance, a big ass worm is like, damn, something's bumping over there. I'm hungry as fuck.
I love that. And then they show up. I do immediately when you said that they connect most of the Underdark, it made me think of Terraria, where
Hmm.
it's actually no, it would be Noisha or Noita, that game
Oh,
where
Noida, yes.
yeah,
Huh.
they're both like flat two-dimensional games where you go down on the ground and eventually you'll hear burrowing and you know you need to get out of the way because a worm is coming, but only in Noita do they actually carve paths that you can then use if you survive or beat them.
Yes.
Interesting.
Because
Yeah, because I was
that
going to
is.
say,
Oh,
Mario,
go
you
ahead.
brought up one of my favorite details of them is they're one of the monsters that you directly see the impact they have on the ecosystem since the Underdark, they are a huge part of the Underdark ecosystem since a lot of their tunnels end up being actual pathways in the Underdark. And
They're
oh, sorry.
they're really like Underdark forest fires.
Hmm.
Like they're terrifying, but they're necessary for future growth.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, and they're even like part of the Underdark, like I don't know if economy is the right word for it, but it's a thing that people do in the Underdark is and out of the abyss you actually meet some people that are there like in a purple worm nest literally hunting their eggs actually.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there's like 5 whole pages dedicated to purple worm eggs. If you want to go off on a tangent, I only read the gist of it.
Oh, go ahead.
Did you
Yeah.
actually read it?
It's been a while so I'm not fully brushed up on it, but I know that was a thing and it was like, I think it was like a hobgoblin or something. It wasn't anything crazy, but like it was just like someone who was skilled enough to where he knew how to how and when to go into the purple worm nest, get the eggs out at the right time and avoid them.
Huh.
Which is just a cool part of the ecosystem to me as well.
Yeah,
Honestly,
egg
yeah.
poachers is honestly a really interesting subsection of the D&D universe. Like there's a lot of guys who will get rare monster eggs and try and raise them
Yeah.
and tame them.
Yeah, owlbears, fucking like
Oh yeah.
griffin eggs.
Oh, speaking of the venom, it makes no sense to me with how they move. They don't have or what's the difference between venom and poison? It's not a venomous creature. No, it would be. Poison is something that you ingest.
No,
Venom is something
venom
that's
is
ingested in you.
something that's like
Yeah.
yeah.
So they have a stinger at the end of their tail.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck do they even incorporate that in a fight?
I find that weird as fuck. I do agree with you,
weird.
but the way that I picture it is usually like, okay, I'm assuming that if you're in a spot where you're fighting a purple worm, what's probably happening is as it's coming out of the ground, it coils out like a
Explodes.
snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it explodes.
Yeah.
It dies
It
instantly.
busts. No, like it explodes out of the ground. The whole thing coils.
It
Yeah.
and it's
launches
fighting it.
out in like just like a pencil shape, and it just starts boomerang at you, and just whatever end hits you.
Actually, it does that thing that I used to. That's what I used to do as a kid. Is it'll like do a pencil dive, so it'll shoot out, and then it'll come down from the air with its stinger, and then it poisons you and doesn't crush you, and it just goes in.
It's like
again.
the ultimate fucking what do you call the fuckers?
A
The piercer, like an ultimate
I think
piercer
it is
coming
pierces,
down.
yeah.
I'm just imagining the snake
avoid
from
it.
Donkey Kong Country. It launches up, it curls up into a spring, and starts bouncing at you, which would be the most horrifying.
It's perfect. And
You're
then
in
right
a
in the
dark-
middle is that little like whale mouth or the octopus mouth. like,
That's so
pincer.
good.
It's so fucking goofy.
That'd be so horrifying in a very low lit cavern. You just hear boing, boing.
It would be like deep and bassy, and the earth would rumble every time there was like a boing. Like
Something
fighting
I find-
Luffy.
I kind of like. I like the purple worm thing that it does because it kind of reminds me of the gelatinous cube and how neat I find it. Of its vor attack basically, where it just swallows you and like holds you like you're basically stuck inside of it and you're taking like acid damage. I really like the visual of your. It's like that moment of like, what the fuck's going on, and you're just like, I don't know, maybe you light something to see what the fuck's happening, and you're like surrounded.
It'd be kind of cavernous, like being eaten by Jormungandr in God of War, or my favorite part of my favorite anime, One Piece,
I knew
in Skypiea, when he gets eaten by that big fucking snake, and he's in it for almost 25 episodes.
Yeah.
He's stuck inside the belly of a snake.
Or my favorite anime in Shrek, when Lord Farquaad is like singing "Staying Alive" when he's inside of the dragon.
Oh, yeah. Or my favorite anime, Pinocchio, when they get caught in the belly of that whale.
Oh, that's right.
Mm.
That was a good anime.
Honestly, the best anime that I know of is Cory in the House.
Yeah.
Now that's a classic reference right there.
Okay, I'm gonna fling out my issue with purple worms, and you guys are honestly giving me food for a video I might make in like 2.5 months.
Okay.
There's only purple ones. There's no other worm, and in like, oh, look at the fish next to me. His eyes are glowing. You see him?
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
he looks sick. What the fuck is that?
It's a sailfin catfish.
Huh.
Holy
He
shit,
gets up
that's
to, like,
awesome.
That thing want to get big, ain't it?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
big. Yeah.
He's already gotten big. We got him at like at least half that size.
Yeah, that fucker's already bigger than your hand, I think.
No.
Nah.
That thing gonna poison you.
Yeah. Hold on.
Slams hand against screen.
I touched you, witch.
Yeah, colors of the purple worms.
Well, there aren't. I thought there was a green worm, but I don't think there is. And I guess it's just because dragons have taken all the other colors. Like there's no purple dragon other
Yeah.
than Barney. But the issue is like the word worm, if you put a U or a Y in place of the O, so it's Wyrm, that just means dragon in Old German. It's
Yeah.
so they should be close relatives of dragons, but in order to differentiate them, they only have these like Doom tremor sense things. That's it.
I did think about this. There is technically a blue worm or something that I would consider like a blue variant of this.
You taking
Remorazes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was
Those are
just
bugs,
Remorazes.
though.
trying to
The
think
big
that
bugs
logic.
at the
yeah,
so are worms.
worms seem to be kind of draconic in a way. Like
Actually, are worms bugs?
Oh, they are called ice worms.
Yeah.
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Because it feels like purple worm, even though it's spelled WORM, it kind of like is meant to be WURM
Wow.
since they got the
Yeah.
spikes and they're kind of
Because
They're also segmented like the Remoraz, actually,
Yeah.
which is
mm-hmm.
I remember looking up a while ago like earthworm anatomy and why they have that little like
Oh, the fucking
the
wrap
foreskin
around
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking, because I'm like thinking, because if we were to come up with other variations besides the purple worm, because I feel like the important thing to
Oh,
really,
I'm sorry.
uh-huh.
It's called the clitellum. It's the
Clitellum.
worm's clitoris,
that's where
It's-
and
it is.
it does have something to do with sexual maturity. So everything
that makes
past
sense.
the worm's little choke point, that's its clitoris.
Fucking
They're half clitoris.
No wonder
I
people
could,
are having trouble finding it.
I know. They're all underground.
Can't find my wife's clitoris. It's under the ground.
We gotta go
Where's your
spelunking.
worm? Where's your worm, babe?
Babe, I'm trying to find your worm. But I'm like, because in a way, part of me is like, okay, if we're trying to think of different color variations, because I like comparing the Remoraz and the purple worm because they're like, they fill like a similar vacuum to me in that regard. But in a way, if we're like trying to differentiate them by like color like that, I'm like, purple makes sense. It makes Venom purple. And
The acid purple venom. That's another weird thing is they're not camouflaged for any environment. So they do kind of end up.
They don't have to. They're under the ground.
And they're fucking huge. They have nothing to hide from.
Yeah, they're
You should be hiding
camouflaged
from
by
it,
the
not the
sake
other
that
way
we can't
around.
see them.
Yeah. If you've
Well, I
seen
guess-
it, you're dead.
I guess that's probably like a route to go is maybe like smaller variations, maybe some that come in swarms that are camouflaged.
Let me just pull out Stipple's Codex.
Oh,
'Cause,
time. Yeah, I know. That's one variant I've done in the past is like young purple worms. But I know one I did at one point just because I thought it'd be a cool idea. I could be completely wrong, but I thought it'd be a cool idea to after they burrow, they have a breath attack, which is literally just them just spitting all the rocks they just consumed to dig out.
Well,
Yeah.
that reminds me of a tangent, but I don't want to like break from this. I'll get back to that. But the stuff that they eat matters a ton. Well, I guess fuck it. We could get into a little bit of that, and that might jog an idea for this.
This is a really good book.
Oh,
It has something called the
A
wormlet. Yeah.
You got a little
If they
wormlet
eat
in
it,
there.
They get really goddamn big. Yeah. I got a worm in my book.
You got a worm in a book.
It's like something.
Yeah,
Mario,
yeah,
he's a bookworm.
Because something that could also go into it that I could think of kind of reminded me of the specific snails, those the magic blocking snails.
Flail snail.
Flail snails.
Yeah, flail.
So something that kind of made me think of
Elementals.
those compared to the purple worm is the purple worm eats a fuck ton of minerals. Like it's burrowing everywhere, so it eats like jewels and stuff and just has it in its stomach. So something that might cross my mind is just like, oh, purple worms might just like shit out like gems and
Like
things.
diamonds.
So like if you slice them open, you could maybe find like legit jewels. But what if there was a like golden worm and it's literally like, oh, all the minerals and shit. It's literally like
From
converting
like a
it to
carapace. That's
yeah, it's
awesome.
like making a metal out of like all the materials and shit that it's consumed. So
Which also leans a little bit toward dragons again,
Yeah,
because
but it's a different like
crystalline dragon.
blend.
in a way.
Rip up.
So, Mario, it's funny you said that because they had a really
Ooh.
similar little tangent here where, let's see. I'll make sure I'm reading this right. When a purple worm burrows through the ground, it consumes earth and rock, which it breaks down and constantly excretes. Precious metal and gems can thus be found within the bodies of purple worms, which are targeted by particularly brave and foolhardy treasure hunters. So that means a purple worm should probably have at least a couple diamonds lining their stomach.
So
Yeah, it
exactly what
should.
Mario was suggesting. That's interesting that
Yeah,
they
yeah.
did have that written.
Yeah, it's a cool idea, and yeah, because that's something to even think about. Because they can process earth and rocks, but it can't process diamonds. So yeah, there could be something to that. Where you get like a jewel-studded purple worm if it gets too many.
If anything, that would be a cool thing to add. Where if you do get swallowed, and if you get like a chance to look inside, even though you have the horror of like, holy shit, I'm getting consumed by acid. On top of that, it's like you feel like a bunch of rocks hitting you. There's like shining gold, like minerals and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you strike a match and you're just like in the mines from Seven Dwarfs, like, whoa.
My golden goose is a big old worm.
I got a big old golden goose, but it's actually a big old fucking
That worm got gold.
Well, his shit's gold all the same. He's just not quite as handsome as a big old bird.
He ain't my pet rock.
Fucking. I do like the idea that you could lean more toward elementals than like dragons or having them be.
Dragons are elemental.
Yeah, that's true. They have elemental magic, and each of them has like a specific elemental attack.
Yeah.
In
my head, I'm kind of thinking purple worms should stay in the realm of kind of realism's the wrong word for it, but just kind of like animalistic since they're giant and they're poison. That's their two major things. There's nothing really supernatural about them outside of those things and the nature of what they are in the first place.
My idea I would go off of with like the golden worm thing as my camera's fucked. Is like almost similar to like a flail snail. Rather than like bouncing magic or something, what if it fucking absorbed it? What if it was like fucking like
they gobbled up magic?
Yeah, like what if like you cast a spell on it, and depending on like almost like a Rakshasa kind of thing, of like depending on what tier level of magic it is, it just absorbs it. And maybe it just either maybe it causes some sort of effect to it, or like it's just like I don't know, it hastes itself and it gets the fuck out of there. Or
like those little magic cats. Yeah, where it has like immunity of spells level 3rd and below, and then it could deal a burst of damage related to the type of damage you tried to deal to it. Could be fun.
We could make it a bookworm variant where it has a little wizard hat and it just like with his little stingers, just like
he's a mage worm.
There is art for that in probably some supplement. I saw it when looking these guys up, where a bookworm is like a little paper worm that comes from a book like the Pagelings from Adventure Time.
That's adorable.
Which is super cool.
Well,
I have
like it being a giant freaking worm who impractically should not be able to read such a tiny book at all, but found a way.
A big ass worm made of books. Could call it the Library of Wormria.
I actually, honestly, I kind of fuck with the idea of like monster that is made out of like spell pages or something.
Oh, always. That's so much fun.
Yeah, like a kind of like a more segmented kind of caterpillar-like thing, except it is just like tomes and books and stuff like that. That'd be pretty dope. Like,
it's alphabetized by segments.
Yeah, because like the books are kind of opening and closing, and that's like moving, kind of like an inchworm does.
Gross, but awesome, actually. That's really fun.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
We got something here, something
Whatever.
completely not purple worm related.
Yeah. And then if you go on the inside, because the volumes would have to be facing inside, so you'd have to have someone on the inside to look for the book that you want, and then someone on the outside to pluck the book once they find it.
Welcome to the purple worm episode. We're like midway through hard tangent. Fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, that's every episode though. So
Yeah.
I mean, we're par for the course right now, boys.
Yeah. You didn't come here for the purple worm. You came here to fucking listen to us ramble.
There is one other super important worm in D&D. Do either of you know what it is?
Other worm. Like, is this a trick question of like a why worm kind of thing, or is it like?
No, it's not a wyvern. Has nothing to do with dragons. It actually has something to do with worms, actual worms, and maggots.
Oh,
maggots.
Ooh. Fuck. Does it have to do with the fucking mind flayer kind of worm shit?
No, those are tadpoles, you fool. Mind flayers are frogs.
Is it Gale's worm that he won over Mistra with?
Yes, it's Gale. No, it's Kius, one of the elder evils, also known as the worm that walks. Some of his apostles include the Star Spawn, who are just people made of worms.
Yes!
Oh, those things are so gross. Yeah.
I love that there is supposed to eventually... This is something that would make Zach Hadel like cry and clap his feet together. There's a prophesied age of worms, a time when the undead will...
The worm Armageddon?
Yeah. There's a Wormageddon in D&D. I don't like that it's tied to undead. I think it should have something to do with purple worms and like worm swarms.
That would actually kind of fuck. I like because I get the undead tie-in because worms being like a symbol of like rot, but
and maggots, yeah. And Kius was supposedly a scholar of Orcus before he transcended to being a demigod and then fell into being an elder evil.
I actually really like the fact that it ties into Star Spawn because they're such a fun little funky kind of thing.
Oh yeah. A purple worm Star Spawn would be insane. Like
that kind of like
that's kind of what he is. A giant guy made of purple worms.
Yeah, like God, that'd be like a nearly like and just like an enemy you're fighting on a ship, like it's floating in space. You're not like fighting his thing on the ground.
He's Oogie Boogie, but like way stronger.
Galacticus Oogie Boogie.
Galacticus Oogie Boogie.
Galacta Boogie.
Consumer of worlds, Oogie Boogie.
Also known as the Electric Boogaloo.
It would also be dope.
Camel toe is miles wide.
I do like the idea that these stupid, consumptive, giant creatures are not necessarily of this earth, but they are kind of like heralds of the age of worms, where everything is eventually meant to die, and they are like the first ushers of that age.
God,
that'd be a cool idea.
Scholars of the great worms.
I could see that. I could see, because also on top of that, it's funny because I think about the Underdark has so many extraterrestrial type bullshit lurking around in it. Fucking you got Umber Hulks, Neogi, fucking
Aboleths are still down there.
Aboleth mind flayers.
Mind flayers, obviously.
Beholders. Everything that burrows from
Gricker.
What did you just
kind of aberration there?
The Grick, yeah, the Grells.
Gricks, yeah. Gricks and Grells and fucking big ol' smells.
Big stinky gas clouds floating around. Oh, flumps. They're big ol' smells. They're one of the smelliest creatures in D&D. I made a video about that.
Yeah. I'm kind of imagining a star spawn purple worm would be like he's in a regular body just with kind of like the distorted, twisted face. But like, you know, like that one blood.
You're talking about Earthworm Jim.
I was going to make another reference. I was thinking Bloodborne, where like there's that one spell you have where you just hold up your arm and like tendrils just start exploding out.
Worms come out.
I'm fucking picturing like Starspawn. The party has failed. They grab the purple worm. They're like, finish the ritual. You see like a big suit pop up, or like a big clamp goes around it. You see this pile out. The purple worm, it decreases in size, and it's like you see these steps walk forward, and it just has this goofy fucking like worm face.
Straight up earthworm Jim. Like compared to humans, he's actually like 200 feet tall.
God dang.
His name is Jim with a G, genocidal insect man.
I retract my idea. My opinion was silly.
No, I actually did.
Unlike Jim.
Unlike Jim. He's too cool.
Yeah, purple worms.
Yeah.
Fucking I like I don't know, did you want to keep going on the ideas of like worm variations or something, or
the only other little tidbit I have, it's not really a variant, but just the most common living organism other than plant life as a collective on this planet are nematodes, which are worms. Oh,
holy shit, that scared me.
What just happened?
We are outnumbered by worms by like 1 to like 3 trillion or something.
Hey, did y'all Discord mess up? Y'all just like left and came back to me.
Itself for a second.
Oh, we both did? I thought it was just Mario.
Yeah.
No, it was
okay.
It was the worms, is the nematodes.
That's what I was saying. It was like, oh shit, the worms found us.
Then the nematodes saw we're getting too close to the truth, and they're just like 2 little ones just chewing on a wire. It's like, faster, get the fiber optic.
It cuts the worm Armageddon gameplay. They're like firing like at cables and shit.
That's funnier. I was just imagining
there's a bomb.
2 little worms with a tiny hacksaw just going. Just like 2
like
little gnomes cutting a tree.
Like, what is it? Not temperance. What's the JoJo stand where it's just really small and starts fucking with you on your inside?
The crab one?
Oh, lovers. Yeah, that's what it was.
Lovers.
Oh. Emerald spot.
Love worms.
Kakyoins does it for like 0.2 seconds, then I don't think he ever does it again.
Well, so does Silver Chariot. For no reason, they can shrink their stands down to the size of a nematode.
I think about that shit a lot. I was thinking about that today, where I was like,
"That's a tangent I want to talk about."
That's a really I'm gonna talk about. That's a thing I think about is like when we first see Star Platinum rip open the bars, he looks huge as fuck. And sometimes I think about that where I'm like, does that work the inverse, where it's just like, yeah, sometimes the stand just becomes really, really big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with proximity of the person's will, which is why Starfinger was so funny to me. He just has a finger gun that launches about 30 feet away, and they can shrink down to an impossible size. It just reduces their strength, but it's a trade-off for range. So everyone has the same stand. It's just how you choose to use it, kind of.
Well, that's what I think about.
Yeah,
that was supposed to be what was unique about Jolene's.
Yeah. But
well, Jolene's does it easier. I feel like it takes more out of a stand user to like manipulate them like that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of focus for someone who's not able to do that easily, like the Lovers user.
Oh. Jotaro! Dio can turn his stand into big and small at the same time. Don't get too close! Oh my god! He can shrink so quick!
You will never defeat my stand, Biggie Small.
Speaking of getting small and going inside people's bodies, what's that one worm that swims inside your penis?
That's not a worm. That's a fish. That's the fucking.
Oh, that's a fish.
Yeah,
that's the fucking
fish worm.
That freaky little fish.
Jotaro, run! There's no way to beat him. His stand goes inside your dick.
I go fish that goes in your pee hole is the first one that comes up.
Oh god.
Tandiru. I fucking
Tandiru.
Apparently it's a myth, but that's still something fun to play
Justin
out.
Wang just did a video on the actual times that's happened
Justin
in history.
what?
It's very interesting. What?
Justin,
I didn't say nothing.
It goes up as what?
It's Justin is well.
That's so stupid. Fucking.
I don't know why. I just had the image of just like Dio doing the roll to roll line. It's just a little Tonka truck. Just crushing his tiny stand with the tiny steamroller, and Joko's like, no! You can't do that, Dio.
Purple worms.
Different colored worms. The rainbow worms. Gummy worms.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gummy rainbow worms.
Yeah, purple worms, not hermit purple. Don't do. I beat y'all
sorry. Yeah, I got it mixed up. Even though it takes the form of spiny worms.
Because like I guess the big thing with purple worms are just like they're big things. Yeah, they're big fucking creatures. I like because we're touching on how they'll like change the terrain. I kind of like that they end up forming these highways because people have like in lore the idea is like, oh, usually purple worms don't hit the same place twice because obviously it's not like the worm's going to be like, oh, hold on, I forgot my keys, and starts going like that.
Yeah, they're not farmers. Like they'll eat everything in the area and assume that it's now barren. They build bypasses.
So you have like a fucking highway basically that you could just pass through, like a purple.
Yeah, actually, the I-5 that runs through California and Washington was made by a purple worm.
Big old purple worm did that.
Yeah. Oh my god, the SpongeBob worm.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, the Alaskan
bullworm. the Alaskan bullworm. Yeah.
Yeah. You know. Speaking of other media, it'd be a crazy variant on it. Is just take inspiration from Dan to Dan, the Mongolian death worm, where it was literally making.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was compelling people to just straight up end it all. Would you risk it all for a worm?
It was a worm
that just tells you to kill yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, it does the fuck low tier god, and it's like
it's ushering in the age of worms.
Because it was basically like it was just firing like a psychic beam towards everybody, or like a psychic wave or some shit to make you want to end your life.
Yeah.
Tsuchinoko.
Oh, there's also that.
No, that's his name.
A fat snake.
What? No, it's Tsuchinoko, or the Mongolian deathworm. Was the name of a Mongolian deathworm, so there's multiple.
Yeah.
Also,
it was
Great Snake.
That was a lore thing. It was supposed to be a Tsuchinoko, but it turned out it was really the Mongolian deathworm.
Oh,
that's right. Because I remember, because like when Momo gets
spoilers, by the way, I guess.
Yeah, fuck you, viewer.
Screw you. In particular.
I mean, to be honest, it has literally been like more than a month since that came out, I think. So it's like,
in internet
when this
terms,
episode releases, it's on you. Fucking yeah, no, that's a cool like version of it. That is pretty purple worm-esque. I think something fun to do with something like this, if you wanted to make something more central to a purple worm, is to take advantage of the fact that it could easily completely change the terrain around like a party or some shit, like fucking having the worm literally just straight up go underground, or just like making pits around the players to move and
it is a really good story tool, either when they're fighting it and it goes to a second place like Monster Hunter, or if they're following a tube and they find this area and later find out that, oh yeah, that was made by something that we don't want here, and it's like tormenting us.
Or even just like the earth collapses under the party just because the purple worm's done so much damage to it.
That would be a solid story hook if you want to like change the tone for your campaign or shift it into a new area.
Oh yeah, like Purple Worm opens way to the Underdark, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
I literally used that in one of my first campaigns. I'm unintentionally ushering us into how have you used them, where I had this like level 8 or 11 party go out into the desert as like a group of treasure hunters. They were commissioned to go kill this worm. And as a bad early DM, I had it gobble each one of them up piece by piece. And there was a portal in its stomach that took them to this like fuck ass dimension that they could go to.
Cool.
But
you took them to the Wormland.
Yeah, I took them to the Wormlands. It would be fun to do a little Pinocchio thing where it like your party gets gobbled up, they have to smoke it out, and then it like coughs and sneezes, and suddenly they're in this mystical underdark place.
That'd be crazy, actually.
I like the idea of being inside of a thing so big. Yeah. Being inside of it so big that it is like there is some other shit going on. Like I remember somebody pitching this idea. I think I stole this from like a Nerdarchy video or something, but it was like something where I know it's not how a bag of holding works, but they pitched the idea of like, what if it was just like somebody went inside of a bag of holding, or something literally lived inside of a bag of holding and like would pop out, and if you chased it back into the bag, it's like a whole other fucking area that maybe connects to something else. Like it like
that's like the Door Lord in Adventure Time. It's a creature that inherently cannot be. It's like an SCP. You can't contain it in any way because it's a Door Lord. Which does lead us into what Mario was about to take us to, the idea of wormholes.
Oh fuck! That's a good play on words. That's actually a sick ass worm.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Oh yeah. A whole worm. That's what I got right here, buddy. No, but like some kind of a portal worm or something. That would be really fun. You would have to chase it through certain areas. And just like a purple worm, like you were saying, it would be good to make dimensional highways. Like Feywild crossings. Maybe like a wormhole creature gobbles its way through this area and enters the Feywild, and that's what becomes a Fey crossing. That'd be fun.
What if
it's retracted? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what if it was like a Neolithid, like one of the giant mind flare ones that they just gain so much psionics they accidentally just start tearing through reality and not realizing it?
Transcend.
That actually would be well. I did a video about Neolithids and how they're actually the true form of mind flayers. That would be a cool way to introduce, like either in the future or the past. The first way that they got here was by a massive Neolithid tearing a hole from the far realm to here, and then mind flayers slowly like evolved from that.
Yeah, like something I also think about with this idea of like a planar worm is you know how there's times where certain areas will be so similar to another plane that temporarily it creates like a gateway, like a Feywild or like fucking Shadowfell kind of area of just like, oh, it's so close to this thing that while you're there, you might like swap over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a pretty common thing that even like kind of the influence will kind of leak out from it.
What if the worm is attracted to those areas, so it like when it finds those connections and it burrows through, it just permanently makes a hole there, like it just fucking like fixes a specific spot to pass through.
I like that.
Like that. What if the worm was just attractive?
What if the worm had fucking fat, juicy fucking?
Would you love me if I was a worm?
What if I was a worm?
Of course I would, brother. I would take good worm care of you.
Good worm care of me. You'd give me soil and like play me the violin to like.
Yeah, it's good for worms. Yeah. I would give you all the roots that you would ever need.
Yay, that's real sweet of you.
You play him.
I would make sure the rain never took you away.
Yeah, I'm really compelled to die. Like
just in general.
Yeah, I'm I'm craving it constantly. You got to keep like rearranging the dirt to put me down lower because I'm just like crawling my way up, just desperately looking for that air.
You're like a little potato plant.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, guys.
It's absolutely
Fucking
So I gave my loose concept for what I've used them in. Have you guys used them?
I'll
Or
let you
something
go.
like them? I lean heavily into like homebrew monsters inspired by monsters.
I've never really done much homebrew with purple worms because I feel like they fit perfectly, just kind of a little niche they're in.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've done the variants before. Like I did smaller purple worms, and I did the one where I thought that'd be a fun ranged attack that just like swallows up a bunch of dirt and just spits it at you, just like
Like that.
Patua.
The Hawktua worm.
Yeah.
And
Spit on that worm.
yeah. But that's mainly it. Since I did Out of the Abyss, they were at least kind of set dressing for it. But let me think. I never really had them be like a main focus for them. I know one big thing is that was kind of like more of a kind of thematic story for one character was she was in a thieves guild that just got a hold of some purple worm eggs and were basically just had them to where they were in captivity and couldn't move or escape, and they were harvesting their venom constantly, and they just were able to grow their enterprise massively because of it through just all the gold they accumulated and the dangerous purple worm venom.
Oh, they milked that worm. That is kind of interesting to have, because that does add in the question if Mario says that they are roaming all the time, but purple worm venom is a relatively regular, like, underworld poison. How the fuck do you get that? Do you just have to kill one every time? Is that why it's expensive? I would guess.
That's basically the reason why it's super expensive is because it's like, well, I gotta fucking kill a worm to get that shit.
It makes me want to run a poacher's campaign. Actually, I think Joe Cat did that.
That's like
that
fucking,
idea is fun.
Have like a fucking Monster Hunter type of fucking thing of just like, shit, I gotta get this. I got a buyer that wants specifically like these kind of things.
I think the Grim Hollow books are actually really good for that.
Maybe. So one vial of purple worm venom costs 2,000 gold, and already consumable items, they cut them down in half, like what they should be already. So that's at least like the rarity of a rare magic item, I'd say, price wise.
Yeah, that cost is pretty crazy.
I had like two specific encounters with a purple worm that my main group has had. The first one, they were in the Underdark, and they were traveling on a boat, and they had something with them that they didn't know was basically attracting a bunch of monsters and shit towards them. And so something that happened was they were in the Underdark, and I had like these Audiug attack them. And then along with that, a purple worm was attacking them. And they just kind of figured out a way to be like, fuck it. We're just going to like move the water real fast and like have like the fucking wind blow on the ship. And we're just going to get the fuck out of here. And I had like a really goofy ass moment because I was like, that's cool. I'm going to give them the bonus of like, you know, they're going to avoid a bunch of like the other enemies. But I'm going to specifically have the purple worm and one of the Audiug go after them. And I had like a goofy ass moment of like, it was like a Neo Audiug, and it had like a command on it. I just had it basically like cast command on the purple worm, and its command word was just follow. So it was like it just like sat on top of the purple worm. So I'm like describing to the party as they're like blasting forward on the ship. I'm like, you see in the distance the water crashing, and like slowly you see this Audiug pop up on top, and you see this purple worm like slithering forward. And, like, it was really fucking funny because to be fair, it resulted in like a cool moment. One of the players did not realize how scary this was, they had like flying speed, and they were like, I'm gonna solo the worm. They fly off, they start like attacking it. The Audiog starts beating the shit out of them. I think they were a druid, so no, it's not. I think they were a druid. They thought like, I'm gonna transform into something and fuck them up. Audio gets a chance to hit them, smacks the shit out of them, knocks them out of their wild shape. They're like, it's okay, I can fly. The worm bites them. They're like, okay, this is not looking that good. The cleric in the party ends up fucking using their the fucking divine intervention, and
oh my God.
They end up like blasting them with something. Like I forget what spell they used, but I just like at that point I was like, dude, I'm just gonna say like you basically like crit on this spell because one, it's using divine intervention.
Yo.
It like vaporizes this fucking like basically like beam fires out and kills this thing.
The godly pillar of fire.
Yeah, just fucking
fireworm.
And God smited the worm on the 8th day.
God done smited that
part of the
worm.
ocean.
Yeah.
And there was a worm in the middle.
And I feel like it's worth saying that for those of you who don't know, a purple worm venom does 12d6 poison damage.
They're scary.
You take half as much on a failed save. It's not all or nothing. You are taking...
Still a minimum of 12.
Yeah.
And the maximum of too much.
Yeah. On average, 60 damage.
Mm-hmm.
The second time I used them, I had I used it as an introduction to a player.
On average, like 36. Hang on.
I mean, it should say the average on it.
12d6,
it's like
so that would be 3.5 times 12, which is 42.
Yeah, it's 42.
Oh, hey, there you go. I know, man.
36. I was close when I guessed that.
But the second time I used it, funny enough, because so I basically had a Russian nesting doll situation of a player was being introduced to the party. They were an amethyst dragon or dragonborn, and they had like a situation where I wanted to try to connect the Underdark back to where the players were at. They ended up like on top side again. And due to past shit that they did, they don't know it, but there's like some demon incursion that's happening underground.
Oh my God.
And my idea was this has basically freaked out a purple worm, and it's causing it to like basically burrow straight up. It fires out from where the party is at, and as it appears and they kill the purple worm, there was like a goofy moment of the purple worm is like its body is moving after it's been dead, and bursting out of it was this like amethyst golem like that fucking came sprinting out. They fired at the amethyst golem, and then like the fucking amethyst dragonborn character was like inside of that, and that was just like my attempt to like
really fun.
Introduce somebody and also like connect these places.
Nice.
And connect the plot. I have to go potty. I've got about 10 more minutes in me. Should I just run or?
Hey,
dude, you should just shit your pants right now.
Okay. Hold on. Let me move the mic down there.
Subscribe to Patreon to hear Logan.
Nerf this.
No! God, that's a deep cut reference.
I still use that
at
kind of
48 minutes. Normally, we kind of shoot for right about an hour here, so we could start wrapping if you're getting ready.
Oh yeah.
Because I have one more tangent I want to go on. Is I actually did do a very Tremors inspired session one time. That was a lot of fun.
Oh.
Where it was a low level party that knew there was going to be a purple worm in this area, so they just see a bunch of destroyed buildings. So once they get to the building, they all take refuge on the buildings, and it becomes a fun game of them using the natural terrain to like try and lure out the worm, attack it, then run to cover before, or just get on top of cover before it can reach them.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, so it was a very fun and like exercise where like they had some fun moments. Oh, I go to the tavern. All right, we lure it in here and throw a fireball in. And they lured it like right around the kegs, so like it ended up being a huge like alcohol fire as well.
Mm.
Then they have one where they lured into a building, then cast shatter on it to collapse the building on top of the worm. It was just a lot of really cool stuff they did.
Ugh.
All right.
I like that.
You're very locked in, Logan, so I'll start wrapping it for you.
I'm pissing
So I
right
zoned
now.
out for a second. Yeah, I pissed into my hands. I was just having some heartburn trouble too.
Oh, darn.
It's all coming back up.
All good, man. It's
Oh,
all
no.
good.
We told you not to eat them worms.
I know. I ate a big bowl of worms. It was supposed to be for my compost.
Vomit slightly.
Yeah. But what y'all
Vomit
thinking?
in front of Michaela.
I'm thinking a solid 4. I think they fit their role really well. They're unique. They add at least like some lore to the story that I think's fine. So I put them around maybe a 3.8 to a 4. I'll say 3.8.
I'll give them a 4.
I'm gonna bully them. I think they're a little too strong stat block wise for what they are, and I think the Venom thing is a little funky. I'm gonna drop them down to a 2.
Wow, really?
I think the role that they fill can be easily filled by other creatures.
That's fair enough. It's like, because they are on their own. Like, yes, they do a bunch of damage. They're like big, scary monster, but they're kind of bland.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Just generally give them a 2. Also, the lack of variance, the lack of any sort of origin lore, I'm fine with. It's like there's no origin lore for a bear or a cat, like obviously, but
no, Wizard made that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah. I think maybe my love of Tremors is skewing my view because Tremors, they're just so neat.
It's a lot of fun. Oh, who did we watch? I don't think, was it you guys or was it our friends who showed us the scene in Tremors where they have that wall of guns and they shoot the thing for like 20 minutes? Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah, I love showing that scene to people.
That's so good.
The movie's so good.
Yeah, Tremors rocks. It's just good, and they feel that very unique thing where I like them as a monster that feels like they should be an obstacle. Where the direct approach isn't necessarily the right thing, because if you play a purple worm smart, you're screwed. Like, you have to go into their territory or they're just going to be able to get away from you pretty easily. So I like them being like this obstacle that you really have to work around to be smart around, because any way you deal with them, you are basically on unfamiliar ground, or they can get the advantage pretty easily.
I love the whole deal of burrowing creatures. When you don't have a party member that can burrow, it's like, oh, it's gone.
Yeah.
Same thing with dragons that have that.
I think the neat thing too with purple worms, not to like keep you from pissing, but like
no, heartburn's getting a little fun.
The neat thing with purple worms too is I kind of picture them in that area of like that kaiju type fucking monster of just, you come across them, they're going to be a big deal. It's like, I don't think it would win a fight against a Tarrasque, but I feel like it could fuck it up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. Yeah. It's one of those things where once you beat it, it is the treasure hoard. Like, it's worth its own weight in gold.
Yeah. It is gold.
He's going to have a bunch of gold in his tummy.
Oh, yeah. His tummy tum tum. Speaking of gold in your tummy.
I'm going to pass
all right, but
I'm going to pass 17 kidney stones.
That was fun, everybody. Make sure to subscribe to the Patreon to get one of Logan's kidney stones. So we've got a limited amount right now. Go to sharkrobot.com, get those kidney stones.
We only have so many silk boxes. And wish me well.
Donate to the Scorch Basin.
We're talking to you, assholes.
Guys. All right. Yeah. Go pee, Logan.
I'll go piss and shit just for you, brother.